Hi everyone, today we're going to interview the very talented Miss Damini Sinha. She is a Pune-based activist working in the area of trans rights and the LGBTQ community's inclusion into society. She is a software professional by occupation and also a model by passion. Hi Damini, how are you?
Hi Onella, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So today we're going to record a video where we bust some myths that people might have about the transgender community so that they can understand you a little better than they used to before. And hopefully we can both benefit from this. To be transgender or to have gender dysmorphia is something that you have control over.
No. The gender identity you got by birth itself. But in the childhood, you are not able to understand that what's exactly your gender is. But after hitting the puberty, you go in a phase where you feel like a woman or man. For trans men, it is like they have to live like a woman. And for trans women, it is like they have to live like a boy. The society, the patriarchal hierarchy and everything is there. So a person who is really a transgender, he or she is not able to adjust in this.
Express themselves properly.
Yeah.
So did people ever tell you like, it's a phase, you'll get over it and it's like just this?
Yeah. So when the people say that it's just a phase and it will go, your close friends or to whom you expressed your feeling, they always think like that, and they think like why person to whom they love should have a difficult life than others. Because of them, we also love them, we are also emotionally so attached with them. And it looks very selfish that I'm doing it only for my happiness and leaving everyone. So we also try like, yes, we try to convince
you live with it, yeah, but you're not like that.
It's a phase. Yeah, it's a phase. I'll try harder. I'll go to gym. I'll make a gym break body like a man, macho man. And as you grow more manly, I was feeling more uncomfortable with my body. I started hating my body. I started looking my face in the mirror. I was just looking for if my hair is okay or not.
Children aren't old enough to know their gender identity.
It's not like that. As I told, like there is no education, there is no awareness programs in schools and colleges. We have not even included sex education or yearly or 6 monthly one seminar. Even that thing is not there in schools.
But in schools right now, people think sex education is telling girls that they have periods and boys that they, and it's like it's not sex education. It's just informing people about their bodies, and
it's just anatomy, the human anatomy. That's all. I have interviewed so many 12th standard students who are studying it. They have never had any sex education seminar in their school. Whatever they have learned, they learn from their friends, from internet. Even their parents are not very open to talk about these things. So
the internet is very misleading, even with everything.
I will tell you one thing, which I never told yet to anyone, that I was the only boy in my family. The youngest one. I had 3 elder sisters. I had mom, my grandmom, and my dad. My dad was always out from the house for some work or something. For my sister, it was like okay, like all the girls were there and periods came, so they discussed about these things and they came to know about it. But for me, when I hit my puberty and I had first it was in the sleeping phase. So I was really confused what exactly happened. And whenever I was getting that erection or something, so I was thinking like, whom to tell this? And I was thinking like, if I tell to my mom is going to tell my sisters and I'll be embarrassed very much in front of them. So they will laugh at me and other stuff. So sex education in the school is very much required. The gender identity and sexuality is explained. Nowadays, the 3rd, 4th standard kids know that what is gender. And about sex also, they have a lot of knowledge and they have good knowledge. It's not like misleading knowledge.
Yeah, so it's not taboo.
Yes, right. A ray of hope for us that yes, next generation is going to be more educated about sex.
Yeah.
Sex will not be a very big thing for them that I want to have sex, or if a boy had sex, then he will think like I'm the thing only. It will not be like that, that he won't understand that I had sex, then the girl also had sex. Might be she is also expressing the same thing that I want and I sex with that guy. Women are coming more openly and bold in the bold avatar, so I'm very happy with that.
Transitioning is as simple as one single surgery and all trans people have to undergo it.
Not at all. Not at all. It's the biggest myth. If a transgender person identify herself, himself or themselves as binary or non-binary transgender and they don't do any transition, any hormone replacement therapy, still they are trans women or trans men, whatever they identify as.
It's just how they want to feel and people should understand that. Yeah.
Yes, and the surgeries and other things, it's not only one surgery. There are a lot of complicated surgeries you have to go through, and you have to go through all the medication process for 1.5 years to 2 years. Then every individual has different reaction on their body of the hormone replacement therapy, and once your body is ready for an surgery, then only you can go for that. And that also, if you want, then only. If you don't want, it's totally normal and okay. You can live.
People think that being trans is so like to have surgery is important and then only you're a woman or a man, otherwise you're not. But I think it's just about feeling it, right? It's like if you feel like a woman, then you're a woman.
Yes, the biggest example in the world is Alok Menon. He is having a lot of hair on his body and she is having a lot of problem removing them. So she has been trolled very badly on the social media, but she identifies herself as trans woman. She doesn't want to go through the surgery or HRT or anything. She is happy with her own skin. So that's like being yourself, accepting yourself.
Now I'm just going to show you a photo. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. So can you see this?
Yes, it's me.
This is you before your surgery, so pre-op. And how did you feel and what exactly was going on in your mind when you were in this photo?
So it took very long time for me to decide that I really want a surgery, knowing about all the process of surgery, side effects, good effects and everything. That matters because once you go through hormone replacement therapy, that medication, so that time you have to be in touch with your psychiatrist and psychologist. So I was very happy at that moment that in few hours I can see changes in my body. Before my surgery, I was really scared that how I'll take leaves because I work in a software company, so I have to plan my leaves also accordingly. But when I visited doctors and my psychiatrist and everyone, and then I gained knowledge that the same day I'll be discharged in the evening and only 2-3 days a little more uncomfort, and after that slowly it will go natural as any other surgery happens to anyone. Still I was a little scared that I will have pain and I won't be able to lift any weight or anything. But I couldn't even understand that how those days get gone.
So did you feel like more like a woman once your surgery was over, or were you feeling like the same amount of?
No, it's the biggest huge change in your life, and I looked at in the mirror. And I thought that, is it me? I was so happy that I literally stood there for, I don't know how long. And I checked and I felt like why it was not natural. And so many thoughts came. Then I thought like, I'm so fortunate that I could do it. And after so many things changed in the normal life. It's like all uncle, aunties and my neighbors. And,
they look at you,
and young people and everyone is there. So they will look at me or not. But I was feeling like, yes, I have to maintain if you are in Rome, then you have to be a Roman. So that way I have to dress. So I covered myself that way, and my life totally changed. I'm even
so happy for you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Transgender makes up a third gender.
It's not myth actually, because according to our law, transgender protection law, the column added in all the public sector forms it was earlier only male and female. Now it is third gender. If transgender wants to called as third gender, then there is a process. Like I also went through the process that I have to change my name and my gender in the documents. I changed it to Damini Sinha and female. It depends on individual. So third gender column is for those people who identifies themselves as trans women or men, and for intersex people who are not male or female. Transgenders also come under third gender. So that's not a myth, that's a truth.
All trans people are gay and gender is linked with sexual identity.
Not at all, not at all. It's the biggest myth. There are lots of transgender who are lesbian. There are lots of transgender as I am, like I'm heterosexual transgender woman, and same way different sexualities are there. Gender identity is totally different thing, like how you want to identify yourself, and sexuality is your preference in your
romantic relationships.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people have these confused and they think all trans people are gay, and so we got this in our Instagram a lot. So
not at all. Most of the transgenders are like heterosexual women. Very few percentage are lesbian transgenders.
Letting trans people use the bathroom or restroom of their gender identity is dangerous.
Not at all. Which is always told that you should not judge a book from its cover. But people just read it and know it, but they don't really feel the concept of saying it. So it is like, I'm a woman. If I'm wearing a jeans t-shirt, I have a beard and mustache, looking like a man. So even if I use, definitely there is no permission. So people won't like, but it's not dangerous at all, because if I go to a washroom, women's washroom, I'll not like to do anything wrong in the washroom.
Yeah.
That's a myth.
But I've gotten so many arguments and retaliations back at this. I believe the same thing that you believe, that I don't think that is dangerous and people should be let to express their gender however they want. But the thing is that some of my girlfriends, and they're like, you know, we feel very unsafe, and if someone comes in, and you never know that man might be faking it. And I said, I don't think that that's the problem of the transgender community. I think that's the problem of that man.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever is suggested by law, that there should be a common washroom or there is a third washroom for third gender. So that should be implemented, and it's not in any place except in Chandigarh, only because of one of the activists. Her name is MX Dhananjay Chauhan. Because of her efforts in Chandigarh, in some places, in university and other places, there are a common washroom for transgenders.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, but other people are not restricted to use it. A woman can also use it. A man can also use it.
Transgender people are hesitant to go to healthcare professionals.
Earlier it was, you can say, but I'll tell you my experience. When I was not confident enough about my gender identity, so I was going like the boy and the man. And I wanted not to disclose even in front of doctor. But once I discovered it, I was telling doctor that my gender identity is a woman. So they were also like, fine, it's okay. It's a very normal thing. Their reactions were really surprising to me, and I was happy that okay, each and every doctor knows it now. So it's a myth that if you are going to any doctor, you are going to face any kind of discrimination.
I'm going to be a doctor one day, and how can we as future doctors, and doctors that are already doctors who are watching this, can better the trans community's healthcare experience like they deserve?
Yes, so in the most of the places, I told that at the time of visiting a patient, you should have a form at 2 columns. One column is already there, male and female. There, just put like others, and a person can write like non-binary, transgender, or binary transgender, or whatever he identifies, bisexual, or gay, or lesbian, and add one column that pronouns like he, she, or they. And after that, you treat them and you use that pronouns for them. That makes a person very, very comfortable with the doctor. So it's very good to include this. And after that, a doctor should not be homophobe or transphobe.
Yeah.
So that's my suggestion. Add it, and if possible, then if you're visiting someone, just keep a rainbow flag, a small sign, something in your desk, so people
that
this doctor is
they see that you're open to it.
Yes. Yes.
It was great having you. That's all the myths that we have for today. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that we can make a little difference with this video.
Definitely, and I'm so glad that I have been with you, and I really enjoyed the conversation. I need some platform where I speak. I'm ready to speak, and you guys are making my voice to be heard. So thanks a lot.
That's the best, in the best way we can. Yeah, at least for us doctors, it's really important that we treat you better.
Yeah, you guys made a platform that I'm speaking, and there are so many people are hearing it. So thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Damini. I hope we learned something today from this very precious interview. Also, don't forget to follow all of the official RC Medicruise profiles. So our Instagram, Facebook and Twitters are linked down in the description below. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.